What are you doing here?
I just want to talk. No threats, no drama, just a conversation.
Looking for the peace.
Karen's missing. What does she mean by end this chapter?
That's my woman.
Chaz, you're crossing multiple boundaries right now.
Don't play with me. What's up?
You don't even think like that.
When I look back at our life, it was beautiful.
This is next level.
Tyler Perry Sistas returns Wednesday, October 8th at 9. Watch it live on BE.
Hey y'all, it's Missniecytv, and I'm here to break down the trailer for Sistas Season 9, Episode 12. The trailer picks up with Andy and Gary talking at her penthouse, and Gary's like, I'm not here to talk about any threats or anything like that, I just want to talk. My question to Gary, though, is why did he wait 11 episodes to show up? Did he go on some, mental health journey that he just wants to come back and make amends with everybody or anything? Or I honestly don't think that's what it is, and I honestly don't feel like Gary will ever have a redemption arc in my eyes or anybody else's eyes. Andy honestly doesn't need to see Gary right now because she's struggling mentally anyway, and just seeing him is going to make her be triggered even more, and she's trying to work through her mental health and her PTSD. I honestly hope that Andy and Gary don't try to get back together as some type of trauma bond, that they've been bonded in a horrific situation and all they have is each other, and only them two can understand what happened. Just like that Zach and Karen storyline is over, I need this storyline to be over because I'm really tired of it. Then we see that Danny and Sabrina has made it over to Karen's to talk to Miss Lisa and Aaron, and Miss Lisa passes them a note, and they're trying to dissect the note, and Sabrina's like, what do you think she means by she's trying to end? I honestly don't know what she means by this. I just hope that her nor the baby are harmed in any type of way. They probably went on that long walk journey that Karen was talking to Dr. Vaughn about, that he encouraged her to take a walk that is never ending. I just hope that Karen gets the help that she needs mentally. She honestly should have went to go talk to a therapist instead of just trying to figure this out on her own. Because even though grief is something that you feel like you could work through out on your own, you really can't. You really need to talk to somebody. And as far as, even though Zach and Karen has closed this chapter in their lives, I wonder if the girls are still going to let Fatima or Zach know that Karen and the baby are. Speaking of Zach and Fatima, Chaz has decided to show up at Zach and Fatima's door, and I'm like, why are you in there? You're looking for more problems, and you should have just left the situation alone. But no, you wanted to show up at their door, and I won't be mad if Zach and Fatima have to bowl. Chaz seems like the type of person, if something happens to him, he can't let it go. Fatima, I think he waited a little too long to tell Chaz that he's crossing boundaries. When he called you that day at your office, you should have told him that we can no longer communicate on this type of level. If it's not professional, then no, call me. I understand that Fatima has a comfortable demeanor, but I feel like she made Chaz feel like they were friends. Fatima should have honestly listened to Zach when Zach told her that Chaz was going to be a problem, but she brushed it off. I'm not mad at Zach for any way that he is acting, because you shouldn't show up to nobody's house and try to disrespect their home like that. And also, why did Chaz's security come outside with a gun like he was going to do something? It seems like Chaz wants a problem, and that's exactly what he'll get it. He just doesn't know how to leave well enough alone. Y'all argued, y'all had a little back and forth, and I'll let it go. It would be crazy if Zach and Chaz actually do fight, and Chaz ends up hurt, and it gets on the news, and they blame Zach for it, and Fatima was the one that's there. The news of the situation gets back to the law firm, and Fatima ends up getting in trouble, and Andy has her aha moment like, I told you so, I told you shouldn't be working with this man, and you're not an actual lawyer. Then we see Sabrina talking to Danny at the restaurant, and she's like, so you don't think that she tried to delete herself, do you? Danny's like, don't even think but to be honest, it's a valid question, because if you read a note in that type of context and everything that she's going through and the way that she feels, it does sound like something that she would do. I just hope that her and the baby aren't harmed in any type of way. Back over at Andy's, Gary's still talking to Andy, and he's like, when I look back over our lives, it was beautiful. Baby, what was beautiful about it? Y'all had great getting down to business, that was about it, and the rest was trauma and torment, and Andy had to deal with your crazy ex-wife and everything else, and everything that you put her through, and the stalking and the fake marriage. And Gary is so toxic, delusional, and narcissistic that he forgets everything that he put Andy through and only remembers the physical aspect of the relationship. And to say that the relationship is beautiful, like Andy wasn't the one in the relationship with you and you're the one that put him through most of it, to call it beautiful is an insult. It's gotten so good to the point that Gary made Andy believe that stuff in their relationship was beautiful, because there's sometimes where she's talking to her friends and she's like, our relationship was beautiful. What was beautiful about it? We see Danny come over, and she's of course there to tell Andy that Karen and the baby are missing, and But first, before she could tell him any of that, she wants to know what's going on with Gary and why he showed up to her house. I hope that Danny reads Andy down and tells her that don't even think about going back to Gary because I know you and you just want to give him a chance, because everybody could see that even though Andy says that she's over Gary, she's clearly not over Gary and she wants to be with him. And I hope Andy actually stands up for herself and cusses Gary clean out and say what the heck was beautiful about our relationship. I just hope that we don't have to relive this Gary and Andy storyline again. But let me know what you guys think about the trailer. Please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, turn on your bell notifications. Bye!